Hi there. How
Hello.
are you?
Good.
What's your name?
My name is Emerald Boes.
How old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
What school are you going to and what are you getting your degree in?
I'm going to Metropolitan State University of Denver, and I'm getting my Bachelor's of Fine Arts in photography.
How is the photography department there?
It's really good. It's filled with skilled and professional photographers, which is always nice.
What sparked your interest in photography?
Well, I first had some interest in it when my friends all had digital cameras, and they were just taking pictures of us for fun, and that was what fueled me to buy my first camera.
How old were you when you bought your first camera?
Well, it was like a $90 point and shoot from Walmart, I'm pretty sure, and it was 7th grade, so I was 12.
When did you start taking your photography classes?
I started taking photography classes my sophomore year because I begged the photography teacher to let me take them a year early. We weren't supposed to take them until my junior year, so I was just really excited to start learning about photography.
Very cool. So besides your friends, who are some of your other inspirations? Maybe like family or other artists?
Yeah, I do come from a pretty artistic family. My brother is a really awesome painter and musician. He definitely inspires me. And I really like the photographer Tim Walker. He's a high fashion photographer that shoots for Juicy Couture. He does some really awesome conceptual fashion photography.
Fashion photography, have you ever thought about getting into that at all?
Yeah, it's definitely an interest of mine. I really am interested in fashion, so being able to photograph what interests me in fashion would just be really awesome.
If you could shoot one thing over and over and over again for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably people, just because there's such a uniqueness to every individual. It's easy to not get bored doing that.
If you could give yourself advice from 5 years ago, what would it be?
Probably just to commit more time to photography. I feel like there's never enough time to do what I love.
Very nice. Does that mean spending more time maybe actually taking pictures, or are you talking about editing, maybe like?
Yeah, I mean, I don't love editing. I think editing is kind of the boring part of it. I'd rather just spend more time shooting and being able to work with models and be able to make big scenes and then photograph them.
That's really cool. After you get your degree, what do you plan on doing?
Well, I plan on hopefully finding a job where I can combine travel and photography. I like both of those things a lot, and I just hope that I can combine those, and that'd be like the ideal situation.
Would you consider going back to school after a few years break?
I could get my master's in fine arts. I definitely think with a medium like photography that's based in technology and it's always improving, there's never really a max that you can learn. It kind of keeps going on forever. So, I mean, I would never shut down the possibility of going back to school for it.
So commercial work is a big business for photographers. Do you happen to do any sort of photography besides like an artistic outlet?
Definitely. I have a company called Emerald Boes Photography, and I just did a work party. I do senior portraits, weddings, headshots, stuff like that.
That's really cool. On your website, what kind of other pictures do you have on there?
I have some projects that I've done this year. I have a lot of collage projects that I've been working on where I'll shoot some film photographs and then, print those out in the dark room and then physically cut them out and paste them together.
So you're obviously down to do some different artistic mediums. Is there anything else you do?
I've done a little bit of everything, some performance. I like to paint. And yeah, like I said, collage is really of interest to me, and mixed mediums.
What do you think about film?
I think film and photo kind of go hand in hand because while photo is capturing kind of 1 second, video is just expanding on that second into a certain portion of time. And I think they're really interesting when when used together.
That's very awesome. Well, thanks for giving the time for this interview. If you could give any life wisdom, what would it be? Just one last question.
Ooh, life wisdom. Just follow your dreams.
Thanks, Emerald.